Wagwan viewers and subscribers, welcome to another great episode of the Bourbon Jamaican. You got yours truly, and of course, Brady the Great, our bourbon encyclopedia. Today, oh, that smells good. Today's lineup, you've seen a couple of these in different blinds, but we got two new ones. I haven't tried neither one of the two on the far left, your left, my right. So I'm pretty intrigued on what these is like. So this is another wheated edition.
Yep. So we dropped the video a couple weeks ago. By the time this drops, probably 3 weeks ago, of 100 proof wheaters. So we had 100 proof of the Wilderness Trail and the Ben Holiday. But today we're going to do Cask Strength Wheaters.
Ooh. So
the labels may look familiar, but you've not had these before. So, and to keep it a trend, I didn't bring the Rick House proof of the Ben Holiday. I went ahead and brought a single barrel. So all of these are single barrels. So the Kings Family Distillery is in Pigeon Forge. They did a pick. They have one single barrel picked by their head blender that they put in the gift shop. When I was there 6 months ago now, I got this King's Family. It's a 7-year MGP wheat. So it's 45% wheat, 51 corn, and then 4% malted barley. Next to it is the Bad Tom Smith. Sorry, I forgot the name. The Bad Tom Smith. They're local to us. They're right across the river in Cincinnati. They're a brewery, but they source 7-year MGP wheated bourbon also. So it's the same thing as the King's Family, but at a higher proof. It's a different single barrel.
Oh, that's good. It's gonna be sweet, because that's wheat and corn.
Oh yeah. Then the Ben Holiday, we've done several videos on them before, but this is a 7-year pick, so keeping the trend, 7-year Cask Strength Wheated. And then I threw the Wilderness Trail in there just because, in my opinion, they make one of the best wheated bourbons.
Yeah.
So that's a 5.5-year pick. So that's going to be the youngest of these, but I think it's going to be a sleeper.
You always like them sleepers.
Yeah. We'll see though. But yeah, I'm excited to try this. The King's Family I've had for a long time. I just hadn't opened it. They let me try it at the distillery. I liked it enough to buy it. It was like, I think it was like $55.
That's not bad.
For a 7-year sourced. The most expensive was the Ben Holiday. That was $75, but it's a Fred Minnick pick. So, if you're ready, these are blind.
Oh.
We'll just work our way across and pick a favorite.
Alright, so glass number one.
Oh, wow.
Very sweet on the nose. I'm getting a little bit of like a grape,
Yeah.
sweet grape smell.
I was afraid. I looked down. I was like, man, this is really light. And then I picked it up, and man, that nose pops.
Yeah. Very fruity.
I definitely get the grape. It's almost Buffalo Tracy. I get bread too. It's yeasty.
But surprisingly, the taste is different from the nose.
I still get the grape, but I'm getting a lot more of that bready note.
Yeah.
The grapes up front, it goes into like a nice yeasty bread kind of note, which I'm sure a lot of these will have. And then I get like a nice oak and spice. This one is really easy to drink.
And
it's crushable.
What's the MSRP on all these?
So the King's Family was like $55. The Bad Tom Smith is $65, I think, maybe $70. The Ben Holiday was, I think I said $85, and then the Wilderness is $60. So it's the cheapest, but it's also the youngest.
Right.
These range anywhere from 115 proof to 128.
Oh, so you went hot.
Some of these, yeah. But like I said, I mean, that first one didn't even drink 115 to me.
Yeah. Turub said I finally started growing some hair on my head.
I saw that comment. That was funny.
See, this one's light on the nose.
That's the nice part about wheaters. I don't drink a lot of wheated bourbon, but when I do, I enjoy it. It's just for some reason I don't gravitate to them. They're always soft. They're always soft. They're normally creamy, nice and viscous, but they don't. I love oak, and I guess that's what they lack for me.
Yeah. This one has a little bit of oakiness to it.
This one is citrus on the nose.
Orange.
Yeah, orange peel. Wow.
Yeah.
That definitely has oak on it. I like that. Nice char. And then I'm getting like a berry note. First one was grape. Wow, like this one's oily. I'm
You on glass
sitting
number
here.
2 or glass number 3?
2. I'm sitting here, keep smacking my lips. It's so viscous. But it's got like a blueberry thing to it.
Yeah. This one surprised me. Like normally, like the wheat, I'll get like in my gums, but this one, it's like hitting more the roof of my mouth and then like the back of my tongue.
Yep.
So it's like opening up.
I'm gonna go back to one real quick. As soon as I pick up one, all I get is bread now. That yeast.
Yeah. So the berry, like, so the citrus is overpowering like that grape.
Yeah, this one's very citrus, spicy. I get a char on the back end of this one now. The grape's fading. I don't hardly get the grape at all this time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So glass number 3. This would be hard to choose from.
This reminds me of one.
This one, I don't get the grape.
Right, I get the bread.
I get that bread and I get that dusty kind of roof house smell.
That's a good call. That's a good call. I definitely get that basement.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I like this.
Yeah, I can't pinpoint it. The color's nice. Has real nice legs on it.
Wow.
This one is very oaky.
So this one, my complaint with this one is it's a one-liner. It's just dusty, damp oak. I don't get any yeasting notes. I don't get any fruits. I don't get any spice. It's just charred oak and like a dusty note to it.
Yeah.
And it drinks hotter than the first two, but still drinks less than 128.
Yeah, but it doesn't have any kind of characteristic to it. It's just kind of just like,
There's
you want something oak, dark and oaky?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, there's no uniqueness to it.
Yeah, I could tell off bad. That would probably be my least favorite.
Yeah, that scares me a little bit because I don't know which one that's going to be. I haven't had these in a long time.
A lot of times they throw out MGP, but that almost, ooh, that afterburn is vicious.
Wow. I went back to 2 just for a comparison. 2 just smokes it. Smokes number 3. 2 is so complex, and I love that berry note.
I think I got my favorite. Definitely getting heavy corn on that.
Oh, are you on number 4?
Yeah. Sorry, I jumped ahead.
Sorry. Wow, butter. As soon as I smell it, butter. It's like a cream cheese frosting.
It's like a butter corn, you know, like you ever get like a street corn, Mexican street corn, but when they put it in the cup, it's almost like the corn is soaked in butter.
Yes. It's like I get like a frosting. Like it is so creamy and buttery on the nose that it gives me like a cream cheese frosting kind of thing. Or a buttercream frosting.
Honestly, I think my lineup is ready.
It immediately matches it on the palate. I guess
this one actually, you're starting to get that.
Oh yeah,
in your gums.
This is the most mouth coating of all 4. My only complaint with this one is the same as glass 3, where it's a one-noter.
I think I gotta go back to probably glass 2.
The only thing I get on glass 4 is that buttercream frosting, which isn't bad at all. Don't get me wrong, I love that, but there's no complexity to it.
Yeah.
And granted, like I said, I mean these are single barrels, so they're not going to be the most complex, and they're going to be different. If you go buy a Wilderness Trail barrel tomorrow, it's going to be different than this. But just for a baseline, I mean, I think I was curious which distillery would come out on top.
I think it's probably for me, if I gotta see if I get another good sip out of glass 4. If not, it'll be between glass 1 and glass 2 for me. Would be my winner.
Man. Yeah,
I don't know. I get a little bit of nut. I'm starting to get like a little bit of nut on glass 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go back to that. That's also somewhat common with Wheaters. I get that like on Makers.
Yeah.
3 reminds me of Makers.
Yeah.
How it's got that damp oak taste to it.
Yeah.
But Makers normally evolves for me into a nuttiness after that. Or a vanilla. I normally get like a strong vanilla, and that one I'll try 3 again real quick, but
I'll take it back. I'm back in the front running at 4. I like 4 a lot.
3, yeah, it starts with a dustiness, and then it just builds spicier and spicier, like as a charred oak. Like it's a spicy oak.
It's like a double oak, but like a rye. A rye. If you do somebody to do like a double oak rye.
Yeah, but it's not like a baking spice. It's like a like Jack Daniels, how you always get that charcoal taste in it. I'm getting that, like a heavily charred oak, and that's where the spice is coming from, because it's drying and smoky. Let me try 4 one more time, but I think I've got my ranking. The nose easily is, the 4 has the best nose.
And guys, if you made it this far in the video, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like and share, drop something in the comment, and let us know what you guys think of these, if you've had them before, and what were you getting on the nose or even on the palate. I know stuff changed. Everything's different depending on what batch you get.
Ready when you are.
I am ready. So,
what's your last place?
My glass number 3.
Me too.
So
drum roll.
3. Oh,
that's the holiday.
That's a
wow. When I was so excited when I got this, because I had never had a Fred Minnick barrel pick. He's the man, you know. He's the bourbon man. And I got this, and I cracked it open, and I loved it. Tried it next to the normal Ben Holiday soft red wheat, but the Rickhouse, the barrel proof batch one, and I like this more. But tonight it is plain.
Yeah, because it's got that heat. It's got the heats there, and I know you like it at high proof. But for me, it just
easily drank the hottest of all 4.
Yeah, it just lacks.
It still didn't drink 128 to me, but there was no complexity to it. I don't remember that at all, but I mean, I've had it open for a while now, and I'm thinking that that air is just sucking out all the sweetness as it's sat there, because it was a lot better than that. So your 3rd place.
My 3rd place would be glass number 2.
Hang on a second. That's my first. What's your 2nd?
Glass number 1.
Okay, that was my 3rd, so we'll go there since that one's middle of the road.
All right.
And then that's the King's Family.
Yeah.
Okay. Considering I had never even heard of them, I went with Emily and her family to Pigeon Forge, and the very last day I was like, man, I want to find something to do besides just, I don't know, doing normal shopping at Pigeon Forge. So me and her brother went there, and it's the smallest place. It looks like a shed.
Yeah.
And you walk in and they have a bar, and they say, okay, we have 10 products on the wall. We'll give you a sample of every one for free if you want. And I stood there and I drank 10 free samples. And this is the bottle I walked out with.
Nice. So glass.
What was your winner? 4?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that one last. 2 was my winner.
All right.
And your 3rd place. And that's the Wilderness Trail.
Yeah.
That was easily the most complex. Yeah. That was the one I said I got the blueberries on. I really, really enjoyed that. But 2, honorable mention for me, and or 4, glass 4, my 2nd place, your 1st. That's the Bad Tom Smith. I had never heard of this before. Saw this bottle at the store, bought it. My grandfather's name was Tom Smith.
Yeah.
And he had passed like a year before this.
Yeah.
So I saw that bottle. I was like, I have to.
It's like him, like, hey.
Yeah.
That's
I had to get it. And then I went to a beer fest, and they were there. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Did some research, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And it's a sentimental bottle to me just because of that. But it's never been my favorite. But it's one that I don't reach for often just because of that.
So pour one out for the homie.
Yeah. That's very cool. I'm glad it got in second and first for you.
Yeah, but surprisingly, man, it's MGP, and that just
that's
keep on telling you that MGP always.
Oh man, that's the same thing as Glass One. Yeah. Same exact thing.
That's crazy.
Except it's that one was 128. This is 110, so it's 18 proof higher of Glass One.
And that tells our palate that you want the hotter one.
Yep.
And I like a little bit lower. So we're drinking the same mash bill pretty much.
Yep.
But this mine.
And you picked the highest proof as your winner today.
But remember, I kept saying it was between these two.
Right.
But then I was just like, this one, because for some reason it just had that good.
It's that mouth feel.
Right.
The mouth coatingness of it is just unmatched out of all four of these.
And but once it hit the gums, like everything else was just hitting the roof of my mouth and then the back of my tongue. But this one actually like hit the gums, and I'm just like, man, I'm starting to get like, even now, I'm still starting to get that little nutty taste on the back end, which I think was pretty delicious. Or it's probably because I ate some.
No, I'm getting the nuttiness too. I'm getting like a caramel on it. It's evolving as it's sitting here, which is crazy because that's the bottle I've had open the longest of these four. Right. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Let us know if you guys have had any of these four brands, and let us know if you guys like MGP wheated bourbons. I know Penelope's about to drop.
Ooh, I'm waiting for that one.
A 45% wheat, which is the same as these two, but that bottle's a lottery bottle. You have to sign up on their website for it, and if you win the lottery, it's $250. And it's the same thing as these, except I think it's 11 or 12 years old.
You see that? Well, we'll get back to that another time. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And again, if you're new to the channel and you made it this far, hit the subscribe button for more content. And thanks for watching. Look for more.
Thanks, guys.